afternoon everyone, and what a wonderful day it is today, surrounded by these wonderful flowers and plants with the sun shining down on us. I'm Julie and I'm going to be officiating today's ceremony. Before we start, just a few housekeeping things to keep in mind. Please put your phones on silent. Feel free to take photos, but do not get in front of the official photographers, and do not stand in front of this tripod here, as this ceremony is going to be live streamed to India. As you're a big group today, please come up the front. There are plenty of seats, but do keep the aisle free. Thank you for your consideration. I'd like to welcome you all here today to share and witness the friendship, love and marriage of Jet and Roshani. My name is Julie Yarrow, and as a celebrant, I'm very honoured to be here with you today in this role. As two cultures come together today, Jet and Roshani have done the same in planning this ceremony. Jet and Roshani love that Roshani's family, her mother, stepfather and 3 siblings have travelled all the way from India to be here today. They'd also like to acknowledge Jet's grandmother, who could not be here today as she's in hospital. According to Hindu beliefs, marriages are made in heaven, and once the marriage is solemnised, the 2 souls are joined for 7 lifetimes. The 7 vows of marriage are the 7 promises which the bride and groom make to each other for a happy and prosperous life. They are bound together by an unseen bond, protected by these promising words. Without exaggeration, the 7 vows can be said to contain the crux of an ideal marriage that is practiced by the bride and groom. Who gives this woman to be married to this man? Thank you, Hank. Jet and Roshani first met in that most romantic of all places, the Taj Mahal. Jet was on a work for mill, which would naturally take in the icon of India. And Roshani had just rediscovered her family, and they were proudly showing her around India. We all know Jet and how he gets wrapped up in what he is seeing. Well, that is what happened when he bumped into Roshani, literally. After apologising, they recognised the Aussie accents and chatted about where in Aussie they were from. 2 weeks later, they met up again at the Delhi airport on their way home, and they sat together for the journey. That was the beginning of a life journey together. They've barely been apart since then, travelling to many places, with Roshani making sure that Jet doesn't trip and stumble anymore while photographing and taking in memorable places and events. 2 years ago, while in the US, standing on the edge of the Grand Canyon at sunset, Roshani was terrified that once again Jet was not watching where he was going as he fumbled in his pocket, when suddenly he dropped down on one knee and proposed. And, as we know, she accepted. Roshani has a passion for cooking, which is fortunate because Jet has a passion for eating, and they spent a lot of time, when not travelling, researching recipes and shopping for inventive, creative dishes. As a civil celebrant, I'm duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage and in my presence, and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of 2 people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Roshani and her sister Meeta have become very close since they met in India, and now they have chosen this reading together, which Meeta will now read. The Meaning of Love by Rumi. Thank you, Meeta. Jet, please repeat after me. I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Jet Michael Roberts, take thee Rajani Vidushi Norman, to be my lawful wedded wife. Rajani, please repeat after me. I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Rajani Vidushi Norman, take thee, Jet Michael Roberts, to be my lawful wedded husband. Your wings are the outward and visible sign of the inward and invisible bond which already unites the two hearts in love. Sean, please give Rashani's ring to Jet. Jet, place the ring on the tip of Rashani's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring. Wear it with love and joy. And as this ring has no end, my love is also forever. Sean, now please give Jet's ring to Rashani. Rashani, place the ring on the tip of Jet's finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I marry you. Wear this ring forever as a sign of my love. May the wedding rings you exchange today remind you always that you are surrounded by enduring love. I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. While this is a celebration in love and commitment, it is also a legal ceremony. The signing of the marriage certificate is not just a legal requirement. It is in fact an ancient custom that represents the concept that not only must marriage be entered into consensually by both parties, but it is also a social contract between a couple and their community for the good of all. Signing the marriage documents today is also a self-defining moment for Jet and Rashani, perhaps one of the most impactful and consequential moments of their lives. So I ask them to sign the documents before me. Sean and Anushri, please join Jet and Rashani for the signing of the certificates at the table. Now this may take a few minutes, so please give the official photographer room to work, but you can take photos if you wish. Thank you. Now Jet and Rashani would now like to participate in a tradition that is important to the Hindu community, the 7 steps or blessings in a Hindu wedding ceremony. Saptapadi is the most important ritual of a Hindu marriage ceremony. The word means 7 steps, and the newlywed couple takes 7 steps around a holy fire, which is called the Saptapadi. There are no vows in the Western sense, but the 7 steps, or Saptapadi, around the flame, honouring the fire god Agni, spell out the promises a couple make to each other. In India, an important aspect of the Hindu ceremony is to light a sacred fire to evoke the god Agni, to bear witness to the ceremony. And after the 7th step, the couple legally become husband and wife. Thank you, Sean. Can you please light the candles? Step 1. May this couple be blessed with an abundance of resources and comforts and be helpful to one another in all ways. Let us take the second step to develop physical, mental and spiritual powers, and may this couple be strong and complement one another. Let us take the 3rd step to increase our wealth by righteous means and proper use, and may this couple be blessed with prosperity and riches on all levels. Let us take the 4th step to acquire happiness, knowledge and harmony by mutual love and trust, and may this couple be eternally happy and content. Let us take the 5th step so that we are blessed with strong, virtuous and heroic children, and may this couple be blessed with a happy family life. Let us take the 6th step for self-restraint and longevity, and may this couple live in perfect harmony in accordance with their personal values and joint promises. Finally, let us take the 7th step and be true companions and remain lifelong partners by this wedlock. And may this couple always be the best of friends for eternity. Jet and Roshani, I'll ask that you always treat yourself and each other with respect, and remind yourselves often of what brought you together today. Give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness and kindness that your marriage deserves. When frustration and difficulty assail your marriage, as they do in every relationship at one time or another, focus on what seems right between you, not the part that seems wrong. This way, when the crowds of trouble hide the sun in your lives and you lose sight of it for a moment, you'll remember that the sun is still there. And if each of you take responsibility for the quality of your life together, you'll be marked by abundance and happiness. Congratulations, family and friends. I introduce you to Mr. and Mrs. Roberts. Thank you.